Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Tales of Arise, where today we are picking up where we left it yesterday. Very chill day yesterday. We beat one of the gigant monsters, but largely, you know, it was an exercise in getting some quests out of the way, saving some money. So you can see I've continued after we finished up yesterday, sat on 15 grand, and although we only have 2 orange gels, that 15 grand will buy 5 if I need them. So let's leave and head to the next area. We want to head back to Vicent and head south. Slightly earlier stream time today just because I'm quite tired, so it'll be an early night for me. I'm looking forward to
that was quite the little adventure we went on.
Then maybe a chill hour or so of some ASMR while I get settled for bed. Get out of the way, old woman. So I'm going to edit in the title afterwards, because obviously I don't know, this being a blind playthrough, what we got coming up. I had a chill morning watching the Goblin Slayer Abridged.
Do you sense one of your friends, Noodle?
I mean, we'll take it.
Mahog Sar. That makes 4.
Let's get a little bit of killing done.
Dance in the wind! Let the marksman handle this. I'm only getting started. Back into the forest.
Alright, I was greedy.
You gotta jump for cover, okay?
I need to keep an eye on that CP actually, though.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right
Grab
behind
some
you, Shion.
potatoes, some petites. What are you protecting there?
What's this thing?
Is there an owl nearby? I think we've got to deal with these, so I can have a clean look.
Coming through. Megasonic thrust.
Fear. Pierce evil.
Raining signal.
Raging cascade. Flame of fury. Burning thrust in the wind. Fear. Pierce evil. You got company. These
What's
little
that?
ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Oh, fuck it, I trapped you in the corner there. I was quite happy with that position.
It takes a true marksman to use.
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Probably not, Law. You're a bit of a thicky. Eyes peeled for owl. I see it now. Beautiful. We get a devil tail. 20 owls now.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
I should probably check out the forest at some point. Maybe if we've got time towards the end. I'm just going to bypass you.
A fish! You saw it too, right?
A fish! Oh, please say we finally get fishing.
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Talka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how
Bit
it's
rude.
done.
I'm from Calaglia Beach. It's all desert science. Sweet. Fishing minigame unlocked. You know we're living that good life now.
You're still not done fishing yet? Boring.
You need patience to fish. Yeah! There we go.
We got our fish on. Oh. I'm gonna eat you, little fishy. Cause I like little fish. We got our first fish.
I'll catch something bigger next time.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
We get a trophy for that. Let's try again.
Reel it in.
I'm gonna eat you, little fishy. Well, that was especially easy. Just R2 prompts.
Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
You sure know what you're doing.
Try with the celestial whale.
Yeah. Reel it in.
Okay, so I definitely have to acclimatise to it. Now I know to expect quick time inputs, so I'm ready for it.
Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
Quit fishing. For now. Though don't get me wrong,
And
I'm
that's all there
happy
is to it.
you've got to
Wow.
share your hobby.
It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that. Maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
God damn it,
You're just in
Kisara.
it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
I will consider it.
Okay!
We got a fishing expert. And we get a skill panel opened up. Easier over limit, and I think we just hold fire. We go here. I'm gonna come back and do that walking crag later. Yeah, we've got the CP.
I'm always amazed what healing arts
Infinity
can do.
Shield.
Just doing my job. No
Is
need
that
to...
an item for equipment? Kisara. Oh, it's infantry, not in fact, hold on.
Thank me.
You guys want to rest here?
I do, but I'm gonna just wonk these guys first.
Coming through!
Megasonic thrust! Annihilation! Flame of
Shine!
fire!
Radiant light!
Ready, damn it!
Regenerate!
Thanks!
Freeze blade!
Dazzle! Is that a healing art?
It is. I can't ignore your pain.
I'll try to be more careful.
Sleep now!
Blow away!
This'll come in handy! Mega ray!
Refill!
Annihilation!
Boom! Bit of chop.
Together,
Ship
that wasn't even a
experience.
problem.
Press on. You're not guarding anything, are you? No. Other way. Other way. I know.
Hey. Is it just me? Or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey, though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elde Menancia guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Rinwell.
Sorry. It's
Don't
not that
push.
easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
Loading. Oh, we got another skit.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Even more skits.
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No...
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh rending cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me, but my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
We're done. Fast travel point, merchant. Don't believe I've got anything worth selling. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, it seems you can sell fish. That pleases me greatly. That especially pleases me. How are we doing for weapons? Best equipped, best equipped. What are we missing? I am now going to buy 3 orange gels because I know I can just sit and fish.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
What else we got? Right. Equipment's optimized. That is fantastic. Selling fish for money. I'll take
Why
it.
are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, Law?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Vegetable soup will be fine.
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot.
Shall we chat with Law?
Mind if I join you, Law?
hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomach ache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff.
Nice.
See you guys tomorrow. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep.
See what's ahead. Depending on what we've got between here and the next region.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Yeah, defending what we've got between here and the next region.
I just noticed none of you other
Might have a
Danans
good
have
stopping
spirit
point.
cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
God damn, what is with the endless skits? I know we're sort of between...
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Lauren and Rinwell have such a brother-sister energy. Okay, we've got a lot of different ways to go. We might have to leave it mid-dungeon. Inhibitor crystal. That's new.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Where are you going?
Oh, that fight's decent.
Airborne beam. My special.
We got flyers.
I've got this. Let him
I'll
march
take you all on. All yours. Blow away.
Missed. No, I didn't. Hold it back.
If it's in the sky, it's mine. You're mine. Here, let me help.
Coming through.
Mr. Gart. Yeah, they're quite tanky of these now.
Scarlet Inferno.
Lightning condemned.
Begin!
Thunder
Shine! Radiant light!
You picked the wrong fight.
Mega ray.
Blow away. Raining
Thunder
flash.
field.
Got him. I used a lot of CP in that one fight.
You can
I might
really
be
make
keeping an
weapons
eye
with
on that.
this?
Was that Raging Storm beat something I needed for a weapon? They're just parked in the middle.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my heart.
When he slows down, that's our chance. Take this.
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf.
Now we're not
Not so fast. Sleep now.
no further.
Explosive ring.
There. Pounce it. Lightning orb.
Here.
Lightning orb.
Explosive ring.
Reload.
Take this.
Annihilation. Hear me.
You can't get out of this.
Lightning orb. Glacial field. Pierce evil.
Raining flash.
Elusive
Tear
beam.
to the wind. Air thrust. Light glacial spear. Pierce evil.
You require
Freeze lancer. Photon. Dance in the wind. Glacial spear. Pierce evil. This will come in handy.
Oh,
Freeze lancer.
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, Just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
Crocodile Crusher. Artifacts. Alright, we get another trophy. Okay, so where's the artifact list? Oh, additional arts! Yes! Hold fire on spending. So arts. Oh, this is fantastic. What have I got? We're just going to do Alpha and I'll fix the rest later. Raging, Lightning, Mega Thrust. Incineration Wave. Do we see Incineration Wave anywhere? No, we do not from the look of it. I have a lot of points, so I'm actually going to buy that Void Flash. And easier over limit we've already got.
I can feel my...
While I'm here.
Precision improving.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well.
New item.
Woods
Right.
don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Go on then.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! I'm not try harder! Not a chance! Does it hurt?
Leave the target to me! In here, it's a duel of the arms! Lightning condemned!
Flying free! Just sit still! Coming through! Ha!
Just fire it off straight away.
Scarlet Inferno!
Prepare to be sealed on fleet of foot. Actually,
We're on the home stretch. Less talking, more doing. Keep taking off in the way. First aid!
Here I come! Try harder!
yours are not the skills of just any warrior.
Save your compliments. We have to move.
Driven and talented.
Lightning
Don't
condemned!
suffer in silence. You're on! Coming through!
Alright, we get the global limit.
Now! Scarlet
I win.
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
7,000 gold! Well, between the, passive pickups and fishing, looks like money is going to be improving. Better peach gel. Love it. Love it. Oh, that's a bit better. You know when you have you ever blinked so high it feels like so hard it feels like your eyelid.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for you truly. Where are you going? Raging cascade! Sweet now! Get on in there! Glacial spear! Here's evil! Thunderblade!
You're on! Be still! Lunar Rondo!
These little ones are hardly worth it.
Sorry about that. I'm kind of fighting blind at
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
I must keep
I
striving.
don't know why my eye
You
feels
can
heavy.
ease off of yourself.
Pot calls the kettle black.
Good advice for all of us, to be honest. It's so hilly around here. I can feel my
Get as far as
feet
we
getting
can before
blisters.
we finish in about 15 minutes.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
You got company! Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
You're mine! Explosive ring! Raining slot!
You'll soon see about that!
It's over!
Air drop! Photon raging cascade! Hey, let's now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Got beef with these fuckers are.
Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Raging cascade! And here! This'll come in handy! Photon blast! Alright, mine! Hey, let's
Turn the tables on us.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
Not on my watch!
Raining slot! Blow away!
Yeah, it does feel like we're getting much longer fight here. What level are they?
With this, I can become even stronger.
So we're 24. I'm going to keep an eye on that next battle we get into. So can I get maybe as far as like here before we wrap up in about 10 minutes? Kind of lost a lot of our time to skits and the like, haven't we? Inhibitor crystals.
I have a bad feeling about this. Raging cascade!
Blow away! Raining slot!
In here! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Get on in there! Freeze lancer!
Raining slot!
Let them mark!
This raining slash remains
Turn the tables on us.
bullshit here to every
Right. No time to hold back.
Raging cascade! Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Dragon Sonic Thrust! Begin!
Sleep now! Does it hurt?
Now! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Lightning condemns! Thunderblade! Too much to handle! I'm expert! We won that by a mile!
more levels. What we got here? Orange gel!
Get lost!
Come one, come
Three
all!
speedy boys.
Can't get out of this!
You're mine!
Leave the agile ones to me. Shine!
Oh, next time we dodge.
You're mine! Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up.
On your deck, Dolan.
And then tonight's meal is on you.
Keep going. What to make?
This one's mine! Lightning orb! Dance in the wind! Radiant!
26 are there. 2 levels higher than me.
Blow away!
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
ship.
No complaints here. I'll save you.
I'm all stuffed up. Get on in there with the others.
Dazzle! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Shine!
Now!
Radiant light!
You're mine!
Force of regeneration!
Okay, here I go!
Regenerate!
Is that a healing art?
It is.
Radiant
I
Blast!
can't ignore your pain.
I'll try to do that.
Radiant! I'm ready! Lunarondo!
No further!
More healer stockpile.
You're mine!
Here's a healing art.
Bye-bye.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more power.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Lunarondo! I'm ready! River!
Astral energy.
Say no more! This could be useful.
Demi-human muscle. What's that do?
This looks nice and tough.
Oh, it's a mantle, isn't it? So that's equipment. I'd imagine. Yeah. $1 here. Got about 10 minutes we can put. Now I was wanting to maybe put my head round in the next region before leaving. Before leaving Tales of Arise. I'm gonna
More
leave it
Danon ruins
up
here
to
too,
tomorrow.
I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
But maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
I sure have built up a sweat with this height.
Right.
Rest assured,
Into this
we've
dead
reached
end.
the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look across this mountain,
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
So still a house, in a sense. Just for a god.
No, I can't fight all 6 of them. Oh shit, it looks like we've got a rumble.
retreat if you know what's good for you.
Eat dirt!
It's not the end of the world, it just means I'm going to have to be forced to use these healing items.
Can't move.
Oh,
I couldn't make it in time.
that's not the place to sit. Anyone will get me up.
Is it now?
Thank you.
Leave these snelling to me. Can't get out of this!
Take one out.
All mine. Not so fast.
Take one out.
These little
Have
ones
you
are hardly worth our
next?
time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Escape! Blow away! Try harder!
Supernova!
Take this!
Healing circle!
I owe you one.
I know the way of the
Evil! I'll be saving
Tale series and the Star Ocean series, we prioritise mostly damage from art.
And more of this will burn out.
But my normal, like, give me my normal attack is like
Thank you,
weird.
Indiana. Not to a Renin, they don't.
I'll be saving this one!
I'm ready!
Healing circle! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Bit of magic.
Feel shield!
Can you take it? Does it hurt?
Don't use any gels.
Glacial spear! Piercing!
Fine.
I need to be stronger.
Grab this chest. Stone Wing Mage Coat. Clearly for you.
None of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
Let's have a look at the map. Right, that's at the entrance of that cavern is where we're gonna pick up. I might do a little bit of leveling beforehand tomorrow.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
But let's heal up. You know, just to keep the grind largely off screen.
Want something to munch?
This should definitely keep you guys full.
Anything.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Really? You're not going to give me anyone to chat to? It just seems so
I'll take
random
watch tonight.
sometimes.
It's okay.
I'm going to cook again just to see if I can force it. If I can brute force it. Grilled fish. Because I've got plenty of that.
This is sure to give the others some much needed energy.
Maybe the ramped up battles are an invitation for me to spend time grinding out. No, nothing.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh well. I don't quite understand. It does seem a bit... Well, I can't quite put any rhyme or reason, so it's not like... So if I had the option to speak to
My hand still
Kisara
hurts
before,
like crazy.
it doesn't carry over to the next camp. Maybe a certain amount of time has to pass in-game before you can choose someone.
You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
Bye, items. Bye. I'm going for it. All my items on gels. Might not have been a good idea, but I don't give a shit. Give up. And I can make that for Alphen. So we can start making some new weapons as well. No, I need to save some money. So we are definitely...
You can never be
leaving it
too
here.
prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
I'll quit your whining. Spending money is a part of life. So I'm gonna maybe do some leveling before we pick up next. Tomorrow we'll either be getting that part done, but more likely than not we'll be playing Resident Evil 7 tomorrow, so that's gonna be a thing. But this is where we're leaving it. I'm gonna go chill, have a bath, something to eat, and get settled for the night. But I'll see you next time. Have a good night. Ta-ra.